Hey guys, come on in. It is 2:58. I come on at 3. I'm waiting for Melanie with Be the Light by Melanie to finish up. I'm in an event today with Grace Creations, and I'm Julie Belcher with Nothing is Wasted Designs. Today the theme is butterflies. So come on in. I'm trying to get a little bit of painting done so that I have enough time to get finished. That is the plan. So I want to go ahead and before I do anything I've already painted the front, but before I start putting my pieces together on the front, I wanted to go ahead and do the back, because for me what happens is if I do the back after I've done the front, I turn it upside down, and almost every single time it gets something on the front that I didn't want there. So I'm taking a Michaels frame. So y'all come on in. I'm just going to paint and get a couple minutes head start before I get going. I'm going to be waiting for them to share me into the group. Let's see what Melanie did. Oh, isn't that cool? Oh, that's neat. She's got like 1, 2, 3, or 4 stacked butterflies that she's done. Well, that turned out pretty neat. So if you are not a member of Grace Creations, hey Lisa, how are you? I'm in the group. Okay, well, let me refresh my page and we will get started. All I'm doing right now is just kind of doing a base coat on the back. I'm not sure what color I'm going to put on the back. There's a part of me that wants to do yellow, but I want to go ahead and get this on here. Y'all come on in, come on in. Hey Tina, come on in. Good to see y'all. Thanks for stopping in and supporting me. Hey Leah, how are you? Good to see you. Are you new to my page? I think I've seen your name several times, but I just want to make sure. All right, so all I'm doing right now, y'all, is just trying to get a base coat on the back of this, because once I decorate the front and do what I'm going to do with the front, if I turn it upside down, I almost inevitably, every single time, mess up something on the front. So I'm going to go ahead and get this back done, and then we'll go from there. Now, the theme for today is chippy. Chippy and butterflies. So, hey, Jeannie, how are you doing? Jeannie is going to follow me. Y'all are going to want to hang in there after I get off and see what kind of magic she's going to do with a paintbrush. She's got a lot of talent, and you're going to want to listen to what she's teaching, because she always teaches several lessons in her lives, and I love that because I love to learn. So, hey Rosa, how are you doing? Good to see you. All right, so I'm going to dry this. I'm going to put a wet paper towel around this just to keep it from drying out too much, and then I'm going to spray a little bit of water on it to keep it nice and moist. And all right, so let's dry this. I think this is 18 inches high surface from Michaels that I got last year, I believe. Hey, Lyndall, how are you? Thanks for coming in. There's a part of me that wants to do the back of this black, but we'll see. Hey, Sherry. Sorry you got kicked off today. Twice. I was like, no, don't go away again. I want to see how this turns out. Did you get your project done yet? So for those of you that are just hopping in here, oh, there's a piece of hair. The theme for today is, I'm good. butterflies and chippy, or chippy butterflies, or whatever you want to call it. So I'm new to chippy, so we're going to see. I'm not going to chippy the whole thing. Maybe I'll chippy the back too. That might not be a bad idea. The verdict is out. Y'all, I don't do a lot of vintage stuff, which is really funny. It's kind of odd that I don't, because I love antiques. I absolutely love antiques. We got, when my husband and I, all right, let's see if we can, I'm trying to get this kind of dry. When we were first married, there was an antique sale down at Waterside in Norfolk, Virginia. And that this one place had the most beautiful wardrobe, and it had a smaller wardrobe that matched with it. And anyway, I told my husband about it, and that was back before we had cell phones, and you could take a picture of it and say, hey, what do you think? So I think I had to wait for him to get home from work, or I went home and made a phone call. I mean, this thing was only $167. And, you know, it needed to be refinished. But the guy who owned the antique shop, it was like a tent sale. The guy who owned the tent, who rented the tent and had the sale, he had someone who did refinishing for him. And it cost us $250, solid oak. I could see the lines in it. And, you know, I knew it was going to be gorgeous once it was refinished, and it was. I mean, because, you know, it was kind of whitewashed, and I didn't want that look. And anyway, so we ended up having it refinished, and then after it was refinished, you know, of course, we went to the warehouse where the gentleman who was refinishing did his work. And, you know, he put, like, you know, varnish over it and said, you know, what color do you want? And, how, you know, what do you think about this? Thanks for sharing me, y'all. Looks like I can use a little extra help, so I appreciate it. But anyway, we ended up to go mostly with just, like, a natural look, as natural as we could. And I love it. I mean, it was absolute, and we still have it. My husband keeps his suit jackets and some other stuff in there. But my only regret, and of course we didn't have the space for the matching piece that went with it, but my only regret was that we didn't get the small one also, because it was beautiful. I think I've told y'all that my dad, when he retired out of the Navy, he managed a furniture store, Blackwelder's Furniture. And that was where my parents bought all of their furniture out of North Carolina. And so, I mean, whole house full. When they had, this was back in the 70s, my parents built a house out in the country. It's not the country anymore, but it was out in the country. And it was 1972. And anyway, so they had a whole house full. The house was like 3,200 square feet or something like that. It was a big house. And, of course, plenty of space for everybody. And anyway, so Mr. Blackwelder, I can't remember his first name. He knew my dad, and when he found out that my dad was retiring out of the Navy, he asked him, because my dad was a great administrator. He had the gift of administration. And anyway, so he, what was his name? Anyway, Mr. Blackwelder, I'll call him. He contacted my dad and asked him if he would be interested in, let me get this nice and smooth here, just in case I don't add another coat to it. If he would be interested in managing the store, and my dad said yes. And so that was the beginning of the furniture business for my dad. Blackwelder's went bankrupt. The only store that was making money was the store that my dad was managing. And he ended up I think he ended up, at some point he went to a major furniture store in the area and was like a district manager for that. So anyway, all of that to say, eventually he ended up owning his own furniture store and then retired. So from about 18 years old on, actually it was before that, I was 16, because I started working for my dad at the furniture store, you know, doing things like pulling out discontinued fabrics and discontinued like pages in the catalogs, and eventually I worked into sales. And my sister and my dad were the top two salespeople in the family. I did a lot of sales also, but I don't think, there weren't very many people that could hold a candle to my sister. She was always the top salesperson, no matter what it was. We used to always say that she could sell ice to the Eskimos. But anyway, so because I worked with furniture so much, when I went to the antique tent sale, I knew, you know, how to look at the lines and things like that. And it ended up being a good purchase for it. It was so funny because this thing was solid oak, still is. And anyway, thanks, Rosa. Have a blessed day. Appreciate it. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, so going up the stairs. So we lived in a little condo. It was like 900 square feet, you know, 2 floors. So each floor was kind of small. And anyway, so the guy who came to deliver the wardrobe said that he would take it upstairs for $50. And my husband wanted to save the money, and my dad said, $50 to take that thing up the stairs is worth every penny you're going to pay for it. And this guy, he was like about 65 years old. He got this strap, and he wrapped this strap around the bottom of the wardrobe, and he hauled that thing up the stairs by himself. And it was like, my husband was like, yeah, this was a well-spent $50, because he had a helper that once he got to the top of the steps, you know, that they put it where we asked him to put it. But it would have been a bear to move by, you know, if my husband had to do that. So it was kind of funny. But we still have it. We use it. We got all, it's full. It's chock full of stuff. But it was in great condition. Alright. So I think I'm going to do stuff backwards. I don't know if there's a rhyme or a reason or a right way or a wrong way to do chippy. But my thinking is I have some rub-on transfers. And I'm not quite sure what I want to do. I'm going to put the lid on this for right now. And y'all just hope that I don't drop it. Pray I don't drop it. Okay. All right. I'm going to still keep this paintbrush just in case I use it. So, a lot of good projects today. A lot of great teaching today. If you were just hopping on, you're going to want to go back and watch all the other crafters. They, like I said, Chippy is new to me, so I've learned quite a bit about it today. I've been watching all of the creators, and you know, a lot of fun projects. All right, let me get some paper towels here and clean this up. A lot of fun projects, a lot of good teaching. So if you have never done Chippy before, it's kind of an old vintage, well, like chipped paint, you know? It looks like chipped paint. Old, worn, chipped paint is kind of the idea that you're after. All right, hold on a minute, y'all, because I'm going to just get some of this off of here. I've told y'all how much I love this mat. This glass mat is the only thing that I have been able to find that I can keep a clean working surface. And I cannot, and then I bought the extra tools that go with it. You probably don't have to have that. You can probably use anything. All right, so here we go, y'all. This is what I'm thinking. I have this, okay? All right, chippy and butterflies. These are rub-on transfers. I tend to like whimsy. And, you know, I had another project. What was it? It was with a chocolate butterfly stencil. And I was going to do it more vintage-like. Let me turn this down. Ouch! I just burned myself on the. Let me turn this puppy around so I don't burn myself again. Where was I? I tend to go whimsy, and so I have this rub-on transfer, and I'm hoping it's gonna stick to this. I've got to have a plan B if I don't. Hey, Diane, welcome in. So, hey, Christina, good to see you. All right, so this is what my thinking is. I'm thinking that we're going to put some of these flowers in here. I cannot figure out what size, what I want to do in the background. I'm going to do the chippy on the outside frame here. Here, let me pull this up to show you what I'm thinking. All right, so what I'm thinking is I'm going to do the chippy on the frame, and then I'm going to do, I haven't decided if I want to do polka dots here, or if I'm going to do black and white stripes, or if I'm going to do yellow stripes. And then I have some, I'm going to just show y'all kind of like a smorgasbord of what I have. I have this ribbon. Isn't that pretty? And I thought that it would match nicely with this ribbon. So I'm kind of going for a yellow, black, and white theme. And so maybe the thing to do is when I do the chippy, I'll do that, the base in black, and I think maybe I'll do the stripes in yellow. Maybe I'll do the stripes in yellow, y'all. Let's see if I can find a, let me move this out of the way. I was going to use that and then changed my mind. I was going to do something on the back of it. All right, let me get this out of the way. And these are the butterflies that I was going to work with. But instead of using a stencil butterfly, I thought, well, wait a minute, I've got Totally Dazzled butterflies. So the idea is we're gonna have flowers on here with kind of rhinestone-like. All right, let's see what color yellow is gonna match this. Rhinestone butterflies. Kind of. All right, this one looks like it matches, but there's not much there. So hold on. Maybe I'll do yellow, y'all. Should I do yellow? You think I should do yellow stripes? Yellow and white, and then we'll do black and white chippy on the outside. I kind of like that idea. All right, let's see what we got for yellows in here. I'm going to pull some yellows out and see what we got. All right, these are all kind of too orangey. That one's too orange. But this one here, this is lemon yellow. That's a good mix. What do y'all think? That's a pretty good mix, isn't it? All right, let's see what this one is. This is canary. Maybe I'll mix these two. And this is like empty. All right, so let's see how I want to do this. I think I'm going to, all right, let's cut this up and see where our flowers are going to go. And then we will come back. So the way I craft, y'all, where is the rub-on from? Oh, you know what? I'm glad you asked that question. I actually, for those of you that want to pay for shipping, I got these from Paint Pixie for free. And I got them so that I could give them away, and anybody who wants them can just pay for shipping. I'm thinking the cheapest way to ship it, and y'all can tell me what you want me to do if you want these. These, I love these. And anyway, if you want one of these, I will send one to you, and you just pay for shipping. And I'm thinking the best way to send these is to cut them up, because to send this large thing, it weighs nothing. And but anyway, I'm willing to share. So I ordered a whole bunch of these, and I can't remember how much. If I have, like, I've got some other ones too that that are really fun. But I think I have like 10 of these. When I say a whole bunch, I ordered like 5 different sets of stuff. So so if you want one of these, just put in the send me a message. Whoever sends me messages, to send it to Nothing is Wasted Designs and say, I want the rub-on transfer with flowers, and I'll just give them to you. And whoever the first number of people who get to it, y'all will be the ones, and you've got the advantage because you're here live to hear it. So anyway, so if you want to go right now, jump out and jump back in and go to my Nothing is Wasted Designs messenger and say, I want the rub-on transfer with the flowers for the cost of shipping. So I can't imagine it's going to cost more than about $3 or something like that, $2 or $3. So they're kind of long. Some of them are kind of long. So, well, you know, there you go. So my gift to y'all, because I love y'all. So, all right. So here we go. So I am going to take. Now, I did try one of these on a surface, and they didn't stick. So you may want to wait and see what happens. This is a painted surface, so I'm hoping that having a painted surface is going to be different. But we will see, y'all. Like I said, you know, I do have a backup plan if I have to have one. And so I'm just going to cut these out. It may not be a bad idea to do we're going to see how this is going to go, where they're going to go. Okay, I think I want the tulips. All right, this one is, let's do this tulip here. Oh, there's butterflies in here too, y'all. I didn't even know that. How about that? That is how things work for me. God just brings everything together. I just kind of go with it, one step at a time, and then God does the rest of the work. I thought these would be fun. So I think maybe I'll do some of these butterflies and some of the all right. Some of the butterflies that are on here. We'll do that. All right, y'all. I'm hoping it's going to stick to this paint. Keep your fingers crossed for me and say a prayer. The prayer will go farther than the... all right. I don't know how many of these I'm going to use, but this is how I would cut them up and send them, maybe with a piece of cardboard in a envelope or something. If I can get them in like a long letter size, it'll cost you 50 cents or something like that. Or whatever a stamp costs these days. All right, this is part of this one here. I'm going to just go ahead and cut this whole sheet up because I'm going to use it at some point anyway. And see which one of these I like the best on here. I cannot hold all this spatial relation stuff in my head to do a start to finish project. So that's why I have to actually see how it looks and put it on the surface. I know I have lots of friends that they can say, oh, well, if you did, we were going to redo our kitchen, which we still haven't done. And we've been talking about it for 15 years. My husband's an engineer, and he works with, you know, plans all the time. All right, let's see what we're going to do. Here's another butterfly. All right, Lord, help me out. Let this work. Y'all do that. Talk to him and ask him to guide you as you do your work. All right. So I don't think I'm going to use this one today. So I'm going to put that off to the side. All right, that one looks like it could do something fun. So I'm going to hang on to that one. I'm going to just show y'all each one of these flowers. This is a flower. I like this one. That's like a, what is it called? A calla lily. That one's kind of fun. I'm not sure if I'm going to use that one today, though. This looks kind of like a daisy. It looks like it's missing some. The pink pixie did not like the way that these printed out, so they didn't fit their quality of what they like. So if you put in an order with them, if they still have them, you can ask that they send you these for free. There's a tulip. Not sure if I'm going to use that one. And I've got some clover, purple clover. Not sure if I'm going to use that one. All right, so let's get in here and let's start putting these together. And then after I get these on here, I'll come back here and do that edge. I'm not sure if that's the right way to do this or not, but maybe I'm going to see how it looks, and then we'll go from there. All right, so this one's kind of big, so I'm not sure if I'm going to go with that one. This one's kind of cool. This is like a rose. And that one might be a little big. We'll put this one maybe up here. Maybe down here. Maybe over here. All right, hang on, because I want it to look kind of like a bouquet type. Maybe just 3, huh? That one's kind of big. Maybe I'll just do 3 on here, y'all. Maybe we'll put this one's tall, and put that in the middle. This one can go over here, and this one, maybe we'll do that. I like that. All right, or I think I like this one down here. All right, so let's see what we have. Let's go for it. I'm going to put the tall one in the middle. All right, so let me get my little handy dandy essential stencil. I am an ambassador with this essential stencil, but the only thing I'm working with today is this. So we're going to put this on here, and then we're going to put some butterflies on here. So, all right, please, please, please do what you're supposed to do. Gotta peel this off. There we go. And we're gonna put this down. And bring it up a little bit high. Kind of center it. And we'll see where this is gonna take us, y'all. Oh, you know what? Oh, it's not sticking. It moved. All right, well. All right, let's see. I had the most trouble with the flowers. I've got a VW bus, what's the other thing called? All right, this is coming off, but it's moving. All right, so maybe the thing to do, I wonder if, I got an idea. What if we put like a glue on the back side of this, since this isn't sticking as well as I like? I don't know, we'll see. It's coming off of here, so You're going to want to hold this in place because there's not a whole lot of stickiness to it. And it's coming off, but all right, let's see what we got. Okay, it's coming off. It's going to work. I think it's going to work. Gina, you crack me up when you do these rub-on transfers. I'm sitting here struggling with it, and you just glide across and glide back, and there you go. 3 swipes and it's done. And here I am. I'm like over here sweating bullets, and well, not bullets, but sweating. And all right, let's see what we got. You just lift it up, and if it comes up, you put it back down. You know, it's probably a good thing I decided to paint second, because everything's going to be determined on how this part of the project turns out. So, okay, I've got another essential stencil brayer or whatever it's called. I'm going to try using the back of this because it's got like a point on it. See if that makes a difference. See which one I like the best. I think I like the other one better. All right, let's see what we got. I think this will be really pretty if I can get it to do what I'm hoping it to look like. And plus it'll be neutral, so it'll be something that anybody can use. I can see where it's come off there, but it's not coming off on this section right here. Because it changes colors when it releases from the carrier sheet or whatever it's called. Okay, so those of you who work with decoupage and glue, Ultra Matte works excellent for rub-ons. Talk to me, Lisa. So for the next one, should I put the Mod Podge down in the section where I'm gonna do the rub-on? Should I try that? Let's learn and grow together. Let's figure this out. Because I have some matte Mod Podge. Maybe we'll try that. Maybe this will be an experiment and y'all will learn, and then I'll mail y'all them and you'll have all the answers. This is not wanting to stick. Decoupage glue Ultra Matte works excellent for rub-ons. I'm going to try putting some Mod Podge down. Now, I dry the Mod Podge, or I put the rub-on on top of the Mod Podge wet. There's one section here. What do I have that is going to get in there? Let's see if this will make a difference. Absolutely. Seal it first. Dry it well. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna seal it with Mod Podge, then I'm gonna dry it, and then I'm gonna rub it on top of the dry Mod Podge. Is that what you're telling me? Because I'm gonna try that with the next one, and we're gonna see where this goes. Let's see if I can get this up. All right, it's going to be kind of blotchy because it's pulling up. But the next one we're going to do the Mod Podge and see where we go with it. All right, that one's looking good. That one's looking good. That one's kind of blotchy. Maybe we can put something over that. It's better, but it's not what I'd want it to do. All right, that's coming up. Some of these are all right, it's not as good as I'd like for it, but this is the first one. Let me take this off of here. That's the first one. You see it's got a couple of spaces where it's got holes in it. All right, let's put the Mod Podge on it, and let's try that and see what happens. Do I need to water this down or full strength? Let's try it. I'm all about growing and learning. All right, so we're going to do this one here. Let me cut this butterfly off of here because I don't know where I want the butterfly to go yet. This one's going to go here. And let's come over here. And where was the one? It was this one. Maybe we can kind of like put this over here. Which one do I like? I think I like this on this side. And this one over here. All right, I'm going to put the Mod Podge on. Not wet, it won't go down. They hate moisture, okay? Very thin coat of Mod Podge, all right? Gotcha. I'm going to go ahead and, we'll see. Let's try it. And then we'll dry it. I probably could thin this out too, huh? It's kind of thick. They hate moisture. I wonder if the paint's still wet some, and that might be part of the problem. Maybe I didn't dry the paint good enough. I'm going to go ahead and just seal over top of this flower here. I could probably come back with a marker or something. This is kind of blotchy here, but I'm going to go ahead and just seal the whole thing. I'm supposed to be doing chippy. I'm not getting to the chippy part yet. Maybe I need to put the black paint down so it can be drying while I'm doing this. That might be the smart thing to do. Kind of double dip my time here. Okay, I'm going to let that dry. While that's drying, rather than do the hair dryer thing. All right, I'm going to put this in my water. I'm going to get some black, and I want to use, I got this stuff here, y'all. I want to try this. I want to try using this for the chippy and see how we do with it. This is from Gaffrey. Y'all, this stuff is so thick. It is like, it's a beautiful black, and it'll pretty much cover in one coat. So I'm going to take an angled brush. I'm going to take an angled brush, and we're going to let that part dry. And while that's drying, we're going to come in here. Let's see, the chippy's going to go on the outside. So at a minimum, we got to get a butterfly and some chippy stuff on here before we go offline today. So that's what we're shooting for. This black is just gorgeous. And I think I got it on sale. And it's like a one coat. And I may put this on the back. We'll see. But I'm definitely going to do the sides. Remember that when you paint your sides, go off the edge so that you don't drag your brush underneath it. But I'm only going to need one coat of this. See that? It's beautiful. This is probably my favorite black to use. I think I'm going to do the back in black. Okay, going off the edge. I'm going to leave, I'm hoping to leave that inside vertical part. I don't know. I may come back and do it in black. We'll see. Just going to go around. We're going to let that dry. The Mod Podge is drying. And then we'll come back after the Mod Podge is drying and see if we can get our flowers. Now, dry brushing this would have been pretty too. I'm kind of doing I see where a dry brushing with this would be nice also. I don't know. I'm thinking that maybe I want to do that inside lip, but I haven't made a decision yet. I'm using a smaller brush so that I have a little bit more control over where this paint goes. This is Gaffrey Art Material is the name of the company, and they're out of Florida. I think I'm pretty sure they're out of Florida. How are we doing on time? 41. Ooh. All right, when I do the chippy, I'm gonna work with I think wax. I think I'm gonna work with wax, y'all. Wax and tape. I've seen a couple of different methods today in watching everybody, and the materials that I have the easiest access to are the wax and the tape. So that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, I never finished telling y'all this story the other day about the black when I was at the pencil sharpener, and I had waited to see how I wanted to see how many days in a row I could wear black. And while I was at the pencil sharpener in my math class, yeah, I'm going to have to go and do that inside edge, but I have to put tape down. I was at the pencil sharpener, and this girl comes up. She's standing behind me waiting in my, I was a sophomore in high school. And this girl is standing waiting behind me to get to the pencil sharpener. And she said, "Did somebody in your family die?" And I said, "No, why?" And she said, "Because you always wear black." And that cured it for me. I broke my 2 or 3 weeks of wearing black and went back to wearing more colors. But I've always liked black and white. My craft area has a kind of like an off-white, not really a cream, but an off-white base with black circles on it. I don't know why I'm drawn to it, but I am. And I got it from IKEA. So if you go to IKEA and look up black and white rugs, you'll probably see the rug that I have. Got big old circles on it. Well, not big old, maybe about 8 inches in diameter. But white probably isn't the best thing to put on your, yeah, I'm going to have to do the inside edge because I kind of went off of there. All right, so this is what we have. All right, we're going to let that dry. I don't think I need, if I need more black, I can, all right, so we're going to cover this up. Gaffrey Art has heavy-bodied paint, if any of y'all like to work with heavy-bodied paint. I haven't worked with it yet, but I've bought some supplies to play with it. So that's sometime this year I'm going to get around to it. I'm going to have to let it dry, okay? All right, we'll see what happens. It's dry. This is kind of blotchy. I'm going to have to fill it in with like a marker or something, it looks like. I'm thinking stripes, but there's a part of me that wants to do polka dots too. So what do y'all think? Should we put stripes on the inside or polka dots? I think stripes. I don't know. Y'all tell me what to do. Stripes or polka dots? Stripes or dots? All right, hold on a minute, because I'm going to get a Posca pen here. I'm going to fill in some of this stuff here. Let me get a paper towel. All right, let's see here. Yep, we're going to just fill this in. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? All right, this is looking better already. Okay, see that? See how I clean that up? All right, that looks better already. Nothing that a Posca pen won't fix. Whoops. All right, how are we doing on time? 46. All right, let's hope that the next one comes off easier. This is looking better. Posca to the rescue. And it's the exact same black, too, if y'all are wondering. Oh, no. Stuck my hand in it. Let's go in and clean it up. I'll have to take a brush to that. Just a small brush. And where is my, all right, let's come in here because we want to use the same color. Otherwise we'll notice the difference. It's going to take longer than I thought. I always think I have quick projects, y'all. All right, let's come in here. It's going to need a second coat. Kind of smeared it. All right, I'm just going to kind of mix this so it's not streaky. And then I'll come back, clean brush. Let's come back with this. All right, let's dry it so I can layer it. So, you know, when you're working on a project and things don't go the way you want them to, I don't know about y'all, but my mind is going, okay, next time I'm going to do this, and then next time I'm going to do that. Y'all do that? All right, we're going to just kind of clean that gray area up. All right, we're going to do that, and then I'm going to come in here with a softer brush and just kind of smooth this out a little bit. Let me get some water on here. Spray this. Just roll with it. Just roll with it. That's what we do, right? All right, and then that should dry easily. Okay. And one more coat on this. All right, let's see how we do down at the bottom with the next one, because the biggest thing is, all right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure this is dry, and then I'm going to put I need to come in here and fix that right there. But I can come back and do that because I want to see how this chippy stuff is going to work. All right, so here we go. I'm going to have some tape down here. I get my tape out. And we are going to get some wax. I'm going to use just some clear. I think this is clear. Dark antique. Nope, that's not clear. Clear. All right, let's get some wax on here. Clean this up so we get the dark stuff out of here. I guess it won't matter because, all right, I'll clean that up a little bit. All right, so I'm going to take a brush that I don't really care what happens to, and I'm going to just, this is right, I think, yes. Just going to, no rhyme or reason as to why I'm doing what where. Just kind of putting it on here. And then I'll put the white paint over top of it. All right. Because I'm short on time, what I'm going to do, well, no, I'm going to go ahead and do the whole thing. I was going to say I'm just going to do some splotches, but let's just go around because then I'll know where I stopped and started. Okay. All right, let's see what we get, y'all. I got to throw a butterfly on here, too, before I get off. All right, so we're going to come in here, and we are going to get another clean brush. Let's see which one I want to use. Let's do this one here. And we're going to come over this in the white. I think dry brushing this would have been nice too. I'm just going to kind of do different amounts in different places and see what happens. Butterflies and chippy is what we're doing today. I can already see that, you know, that after you've done this a few times, it's pretty simple. But definitely a learning curve for me. I'm hoping this. I like crackle. I'm a big crackle fan. Get this around, and then we're going to put some tape on this and see what happens, y'all. I hope I put enough wax on this. I guess worst case scenario, I can always paint back over it in black again. All right. All right, let's see what happens. All right, in the water it goes. I think I dry it a little bit now, right? Just a little bit. Good thing I painted because before I started, because I'm already running out of time. It's snowing here. Wow, that's crazy. Had some crazy weather this year, haven't we? All right. Let's get our tape. I was told packing tape was what I was told. Where does it start? Oh, don't do this to me. There it is. All right, we're going to at least get something done here. All right, let's try it and see what happens. There we go. We got some chippy, y'all. Okay, it's working. It is working. And just like that, I think you want to make it thicker. You want to put a little bit more. All right, let's get another piece of tape so it's nice and sticky. Oh boy, I could have fun with this. Okay, I think I like this, y'all. Okay. Definitely. All right, so this is what we got. See how it's coming along? I like this. I think I may like this more than crackling. All right, it's $3.58. I want to remind y'all that Jeannie with Clifton's Crafty Casa is going to be up after me. And I'm sure she's going to have something fun to do. Everybody in this group has done a remarkable job with today's event. The event that I'm in today is with Grace Creations. And if you are not following the Grace Creations page, all you have to do is hit the link at the top of the page. And I like this. And then when we go live, you will be notified. So make sure that you refresh your page and go and watch Jeannie. Okay, y'all, I think I like this. I think I found a new favorite. So anyway, let me show you what we got so far. I still got lots to do. I like that. So I think I like the tape idea. I'm not much into the rubbing, scrubbing, and that, but and then I'll do some of this on the side. And all right, so y'all refresh your page. I'm Julie with Nothing Is Wasted Designs. If you're not following my page, I'd love it if you give it a follow. Make sure that you're following the people in the comments, and let's work together to support all our crafters. Y'all have a great day, and I will post a picture of this in Grace Creations, and we will see how this actually turns out. So if you want to play with the flower rub-ons, you're welcome to message me and ask me to cut it up, put it in an envelope for you. And if it's only 50 cents, if it's just a stamp, I'll pay for the shipping. But I don't know, it's like, I think I got like 10 or so of these. And so y'all just let me know if you want any of these. All right, I love y'all. Jesus loves you more. And try this. This is fun. If you have not done this, try it. I'm having a good time with it. All right, y'all. Go see Jeannie, and let's check out what she has. All right, bye-bye.